So, in fact, what we are going to witness right now here is especially the Goa airport, and now this is the second one. Joining us here on NDTV is Mr. Sheshan, R.V. Sheshan, who is the CEO of the Goa airport, Manohar International Airport. Could you tell us about the kind of facilities that you're going to offer the passengers, and what is the passenger traffic are you looking at?
Well, thank you very much. Indeed, we wanted to offer the experience to the Indian as well as the global customers, a world class experience to the international standards. Keeping all those sustainability, latest technology, and passenger comfort, innovations, we have presented this airport as on today one of the best in class, world class international airport. In the phase one, we are attempting to service about 4.4 million passengers per annum, and our ambition is to scale up this facility to deal with about 12.5 to 13 million passengers in the next 5 years.
Okay, in the next 5 years. Also, the saturation capacity, will you be able to talk to us about on a yearly basis? What is that? Eventually, you're looking at 35. It can expand to 40, is what I hear. But what would it be every year, is what you're looking at?
Well, we can look at about double-digit growth given the tourism potential that exists in India and also what Goa offers in. Given that two-digit growth, compounded growth year on year, we should be looking at about 15 years from now, cross about 20, 25 million passengers. Till such time, the existing infrastructure on the air side is good enough.
Okay.
However, we have the provision to develop one more second runway of the equivalent capability. With that, I think slowly and eventually can go up to 35 million passengers as we see it today.
So it's a modular airport, which in the coming years, maybe if it requires expansion, that will be done. Of course, there is the new technology that you all have introduced, but I also see art.
Yeah. First of all, the new technologies are basically customer friendly.
Right.
And especially when the customer gets into the security check-in area, the most frustrating experience for any customer is to stand in the queue for a long time. The whole airport is designed in such a way, especially with the procedures of getting into the security hold area, in compliance to DigiYatra requirements with facial recognition technology. They should be in a position to get into the check-in services quickly. Thereafter, our baggage handling system has a capacity that it can take multiple customers at single point of time. As you could see, four persons can check in simultaneously in concurrence with each other rather than one going behind the other. So
Right.
we are able to get more throughput of the customers, and thereby they can cross the security procedures as early as possible. Second, as you could see, this
I think we
equipment.
should really walk up to that art that I see. It's almost like, the airport that we are taking this walk through. It's a destination in itself. And of course, like I believe even Mr. Seshan was talking to us about how, people get to witness this being a destination on its own. And you get the feel of being in Goa inside this airport, right?
Well, that's a great analysis. We believe that the local Goan art and culture should be able to boost the economic growth of the region. So we wanted to celebrate the local art, culture, and also the heritage and make sure that it is presented to all the passengers who come and pass through this airport. Thereby, we just want everybody to feel Goa. As you could see on these walls, this is basically the great heritage of Goa, the Fontanas, which is in the background, and this makes you to really feel what the Goan heritage comes and what you can appreciate all about it. This is one of its kind. Every bit of art, every bit of heritage, every bit of culture, whatever we have built here, it is not only displayed well, and it has got a QR code embedded along with it. Just the passengers can go, just focus and read from the QR code the background, the originator, what it can be done, and where you can reach out if at all you want to do buy or do some businesses, etc. All that information is made available. Especially in the art, once in 3 months we would like to keep on changing
Right.
the new stuff. Thereby, it adds new art and art elements into the system. Thereby, it can keep the industry, the people, and the passengers engaged to create a continuous business and business development.
This entire journey of the Mopa airport began few decades ago. A few decades ago, the initial cost was something else, and then it escalated due to the delay. Could you tell us? Would you be able to tell us right now what's the first phase and what will be the final phase?
So the consequent effect of the cumulative delays combined with the rainy season, the project which we should have completed in 2 years' time or 2.5 years' time, unfortunately went for 6 years. That's one of the reasons why the cost also got escalated. However, as I said earlier, the initial phase, as we have inaugurated the airport today, is 4.4 million. Eventually, we should be able to um, deliver this airport and leave it at about 40 million. By that time, probably there could be alternate methods of transportation.
How significant the Mopa airport is in the aviation industry?
It's very significant for the following reasons. Today, if at all we need to develop a brownfield airport, the existing WM airport has to be developed, which is basically a naval infrastructure, constrained with the requisite land to develop this kind of an airport. Hence, as the options of brownfield airport development is not possible, the only option left out is a greenfield airport. The moment you come to a greenfield airport, hopefully and probably, we should be able to have unconstrained development of this airport with individual communication, navigation equipments, airspace clearly defined, and then develop the facilities which is very contemporary and futuristic in terms of good passenger experience, innovative technologies, and most importantly, sustainable initiatives, which is the need of the hour. And that is why a greenfield airport is one of the most important initiatives in the absence of sufficient capacity brownfield airport which could be developed.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Sesham, for joining us here on NDTV. And of course, the Greenfield airports is also in a way to especially develop in terms of Goa is concerned, the backward northern areas to improve those areas and also to improve the regional economy conditions. The operations will begin starting January 5th onward, and that's going to be for the domestic. But as far as international is concerned, that would take another 2 months or so. In Goa, with Kumar Shrija for NDTV.